Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Lukenessmonster, and this is episode 24 of our main Astroneer playthrough. Now, we actually did just start up a hardcore playthrough, so if you guys want to go check that out, it'll be pinned in the card and linked in the description. Make sure you go check that out. I love hardcore mode so far, but today we're going to be continuing our main playthrough, and this is something I noticed which I really want to explore. If you go to the EXO request platform, there is a new mass protocol production challenge thing with 43 days left, so I think we're going to try to get this done and see the rewards we can get from it. And then let's kind of look at our game plan for the rest of this series. So for starters, we have to activate the core of every single planet and then activate the satellite. From there, we're going to have to do all of the rail challenges as well as the snail challenges. And then from there, we can complete the end game challenges. So I'm not sure how many episodes that's going to take place over, but that is kind of the game plan. Overall future projections of this series. We got to start off with go and activate the core of every planet. And so what I think I want to do is when I go to each planet, I kind of want to start a base while I'm there and kind of get situated in each planet. Anyway, so right now we are going to go ahead and look at this challenge and see what we actually have to do for this. I'm trying to figure out what I need to are those like resources maybe? Okay, so I'm trying to see if I recognize any of those resources here. It looks like we're going to need nanocarbon alloy for part of it. That'll give you 15 points per chunk of nanocarbon alloy. It looks like the other thing here on the list is tungsten carbide, which doesn't seem too bad. I don't think tungsten's hard to make. What is that other one? So one of them is just aluminum. That one's 3 points a thing. The other one is just compound. It's 1 point per compound, so essentially I don't think I want to do compound, because if I were to do compound, I'd have to get 2,000 compound to complete the challenge here. Because if we look at this, one compound is 1 point, so we'd have to get 1900 compound to complete the whole challenges. This is aluminum, so that's a little bit better. This here is tungsten carbide, which is not too hard to get. And then finally nanocarbon alloy, which would be a pain in the butt. So I don't think we're going to be doing nanocarbon alloy just because it's very hard to make, and while we could easily automate it, it's something that would take a very long time and it would definitely span over a few episodes. So what I think we're going to be doing is we're going to do tungsten carbon instead, and the best place to get tungsten is going to be on either the moon or on Calidor. So I'm thinking we should go to one of those planets to kind of get this started. Yeah, so tungsten carbon is just tungsten and carbon, no gases. And I think that would be the main reason we're going to go for that, because the gases of nanocarbon alloy would be the real tough part of that. I wish it was titanium alloy, because we have tons of titanium. But what we may have to do is actually go to Calidor to do that. But I think to start, we have, 5 or 6 tungsten here. I think we're just going to go ahead and grab the tungsten that we have and use that to start and see kind of how far that gets us. Because it is, I believe, 5 points a tungsten carbon. So we are going to need some carbon for our tungsten carbon. So we're going to go ahead and start to make our first tungsten carbon here. And we got our first one done. Let's go and continue that with a second one here. Alrighty, so it actually does look like we can use one of our one of our resource canisters to actually hold the resources we need. So that'll help quite a bit for tungsten here too. So go ahead and I'll grab that. And now actually, since we have this research canister here, we're just going to start throwing our tungsten carbide into it. And now we're going to throw some more of this organic onto here to get smelted. Okay, so now we've got all of the tungsten carbon that we can get for right now. We're going to go ahead and throw this on here and just see how many points we get out of this. So that one got me 25 points, which is not too bad, but it's definitely nowhere near the 1900 that we need to complete this challenge. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get a base ready to start up on Calidor, and so that way it's going to make my life a whole lot easier, because essentially here I'm going to run out of some tungsten pretty quickly, and I want to have a base on Calidor to where I can get tungsten very easily, and so that's what we're going to do. We're going to get our base all ready to go, so we're going to get some of the stuff we need all ready to go. So for starters, we're going to need this thing. Of course, we're going to need these things as well. Let me see what it takes to make a chemistry lab. Ceramic, glass, and tungsten. So obviously we have glass and we have tungsten. I think the real thing comes down to we have ceramic. We do have clay, so that actually will get the job done. So we'll throw that on here and we'll go ahead and bring our own. Now we will need a platform, so I might go ahead and get one of those printed just to bring along with us. And now let's get a medium platform, or large platform B printed up, because we're going to bring this with us as well. But one thing we are definitely going to need is power, and I might not have enough room to bring power, so we'll see. I think I'd like to bring this thing with me, just for the power aspect of it. Okay, so we got our power tower here, which is what I like to call it. So we got our solar panels and our wind turbines, as well as our batteries, and even a QT RTG on there. So that is actually what is going to power our base here. Oh, and of course we need some more fuel, because we're not going to make it very far. But other than that, we are all set to go. So let's go ahead and make some fuel real quick, and I'm really hoping we have the resources to make some fuel. And there we go. Let's go ahead and throw this on our shuttle, and I think we're all ready to blast off. Next stop, Calidor, which is all the way over there, but this will be the first time we're going to Calidor in this playthrough, which is kind of hard to believe since we're already 24 episodes in. But yeah, we're finally making it to Calidor, and there's a lot of stuff I want to do, so we're going to go ahead and just land right here. Nowhere special. And so what we're actually going to do is kind of just put our base next to a deposit, and there is one right over here, so this will get the job done, and then we can always leave the deposit to go and get some more resources, but this will make for a decent base right here. So we got to get this out right here, and we got to put the chemistry lab on here, and of course we got to throw on our two canisters here. One will be with tungsten and the other will be with the carbon. But unfortunately at the moment it does look like we need to find a way to attach our power thing to it, and right now we don't have a way to do that, so we're gonna have to find some resin so we can build a small platform to connect it to. So not too difficult, but a little annoying. So I'm gonna go and look for some compound real quick, and we got our one compound, so let's head back to our base. So first up we need a small printer, and from there we're gonna print our medium platform A. Of course I need to attach some power to this, so we'll go ahead and throw on one of our QT RTGs. And with that done, we can actually go ahead and throw this on right here. And now we can throw our power on here. So this will keep our thing powered. And we're actually just going to go ahead and get the tungsten carbon here. And we're going to set this on auto. Now, our problem is that we don't have a way to get the tungsten carbon off of this thing. It's just going to sit there till it pops out, then we take it off like so. And so that's our problem right now. So we would actually need an auto arm for that, but right now we're going to go and get a few more resources so we can kind of expand our base. And for starters, we want to make a medium printer so we can print medium things. Now from here we're actually going to want to print another platform like this one right here. So let's go ahead and throw this on here. We also do want a large printer, so you know what, first we're going to go ahead and we're going to do, let's do the large printer first. Now I think one thing we're also going to do is we're going to take our extra silo here. Come on, open up, there we go. And we're going to start collecting some of this tungsten. Anyway, we've got plenty of tungsten for right now. We'll go ahead and bring this back to our base. And now that we got this thing here, we're going to go ahead, unpack him here, get it connected, and throw him on here. Now, of course, we actually do want to kind of fill this in as well. But the next thing I want to do again, throw this on here. But I also want to get something else printed, which I'm kind of excited about. And so that thing I actually want to get printed up, I just finished smelting. And that is a landing pad. Now, I'm going to need a lot more carbon to get this thing going, so we're going to go and get some carbon real quick. Alrighty, so we got our thing running here, and it's going pretty good, so let's check in just a little bit. Alrighty, so it looks like that this thing did kind of stop here, and we're all the way up to 13, and so essentially for right now, that is going to do it for this stream. We're going to go ahead and break this into 2 parts, and in the second part we're going to continue finishing it up, but I do want to go ahead and send this off on the shuttle here and see how many points this is going to get us. Because 5 times 13 is what, I guess 65 points, which is what I just recovered, so we're getting pretty dang close to that first marker. Where'd it go? We're getting pretty close to this, and so we're going to try and get all of these in the next episode, but yeah, it's pretty dang cool. If you guys did enjoy, hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next episode. Make sure to stay tuned if you do want to see the second part to this, where we'll be unlocking all of these cool rewards.